everybody, it's your boy Cmoney back with another video, and today we're talking about Monday Night Raw from Torino, Italy. The Monday Night Raw following Clash in Italy. And some stuff went down. We got to talk about it because if you saw my Clash in Italy reactions, if you didn't, make sure you go check them out. Clash in Italy, I thought was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it, and you know, Roman Reigns beat Jacob Fatu, and then he walked back with the Usos, the Bloodline. He walked back with them, like he fell in line, right? But he didn't acknowledge him. That is what happened on Raw. Because I said in my reactions, I'm like, oh, they're saving it for Monday Night Raw. What's gonna happen? I'll tell you what happened on Raw. Jacob Fatu acknowledged Roman Reigns. Let's talk about it. So, Raw kicks off with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline coming out, and Italy. First of all, Clash in Italy. One of the reasons I enjoyed it so much is because of the crowd. Whenever WWE goes to the European countries, they're loud, and that's what makes a show so good. Like, you know, when you're at WWE shows, you gotta be loud, you gotta be hype, and Italy was very, very loud, and it was fun. It makes it more fun, and it gets you more into it. It gets you more, like, hype when the crowd is hype and everything. It makes it fun. So it was I enjoyed the show. But so they're acknowledging Roman, all that. Then they call out Jacob Fatu, right? Jacob Fatu comes out, and he's kind of all like, he's upset because then he's like, I lost, and then he kind of got because Jay was kind of being like Jay's like, where's Jacob? He's already late. Jacob, get out here. And Jacob kind of fired back at Jay. He's like, I lost to you, but I didn't lose to you, punk ass Jay. So, but then what does he do? He's like, I lost to my tribal chief. And he's like, Roman, I acknowledge you. And then he got down on a knee and acknowledged Roman. He acknowledged him, and then Roman helped him up, and he's like, you might not understand this right now, Jacob, but I love you. And then they all threw up the ones, and Jacob threw up the ones. He threw up the one. Jacob acknowledges Roman Reigns. The Bloodline united. So what the heck does this mean? Because all right, is Jacob just Roman Reigns' new enforcer? Is Jacob just back to being an enforcer? Where is this going to lead? Is Jacob going to eventually turn on them? Is he going I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this, but I'm interested though. I'm excited to see where it goes. So that's how Raw opened up, right? Then we get to and also wait, sorry, there's one other thing. What about Solo and the MFTs? Because, remember, they were in the crowd at the end of Clash in Italy watching that whole thing, right? With Roman, Jacob, all that. At Clash in Italy. So, what is that referencing to? What the heck are they... How are they going to get involved in it? I don't know. There's still questions that need answers, almost. But, cool way to open the show. And then, it was fun. On Raw, they showed... Because... Remember how I said how Roman was kind of throwing shade at Cody, saying oh, FQB1 and all that? He said that right before Clash in Italy went off the air. And then Cody responded on the post show saying, hey, I won one. Or he's like, Roman won one. I kicked Roman's ass once. Run it back, baby. We're round 3, right? So almost kind of hinting at the fact, teasing, round 3. And then they showed Roman and Cody had a little backstage stare down where they just stared at each other, and then Cody just walked off. So they're teasing it, bro. Roman Cody, but that was just funny. Now let's get into the King and Queen of the Ring qualifying matches, because Night of Champions is the next PLE, and that's when we crown King and Queen of the Ring. So the tournament started on Raw, where we had 2 Fatal 4-Ways. One for the King of the Ring tournament, one for the women. For the first Fatal 4-Way for the men's was Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, Carmelo Hayes, and Penta, Intercontinental Champion. Oba Femi wins. He was hurt though because he had his arm wrapped up after Brock had him in the Kimura lock back at Clash in Italy. So Oba wasn't 100%, but Oba still won. Oba dominated and he advanced in the tournament. Now, is he going to win King of the Ring? I don't think so. What I think is this, because the King of the Ring bracket actually could go a couple different ways. I'm going to talk about that. But first, because Oba Femi then said, the reason I don't think Oba Femi's going to win, even though it would be awesome, he got the mic and he's like, said how Brock Lesnar said, oh, can Oba Femi take an ass whooping? Well, the answer is yes. And he's like, Brock, 1-1. He's like, we will have a round 3. Like, and, calling out Brock saying, round 3 is coming soon. So, what I think is going to happen is either Oba's going to make it to the finals and Brock's going to screw him over. Or he's just not going to make it to the finals and lose, whatever. Either way, we're getting Brock and Oba part 3, most likely at SummerSlam. And again, that's why I said, because, there's some people who are fine with Oba losing. Some people are unhappy about it, and they said they completely ruined Oba Femi. Oh, all right. I can't stand these, though. Oba Femi should go to AEW. All right. That in my opinion is whoa, stop. That in my opinion is way too far. Way too far. It was one freaking match, guys, okay? And I get it. Was it the right decision? All right, maybe not, but it's not terrible. In my personal opinion, and you know what? Anyone can disagree. In my personal opinion, Oba Femi losing that match is not a catastrophic. It's not a bury. Oba Femi is not buried because he just dominated that Fatal 4-Way, advanced in King of the Ring, and he's going to beat Brock and. For the second, he's going to win the feud over Brock because he's going to beat him again when they do round 3. So, it's not that bad. I just don't, I understand people's points about it, but at the same time, I disagree with them. I think Oba Femi will be fine. Because Oba Femi's going to beat Brock in round 3, right? This is my way of thinking of it. Oba's going to beat Brock in round 3, right? And eventually, he's going to win the world title. I'm saying it right now on this day. Oba will be a world champion. And when that happens, y'all are going to forget him losing, him being buried by Brock at Clash in Italy. Everyone will forget about that when he's world champion. Because he will be world champion, I can guarantee you that. So, in my opinion, it's not a bury. It's not. But, again, you can disagree, and that's okay. And if Oba Femi's just buried and he never wins the world title, I'll admit that I'm wrong. I will admit that I'm wrong. But right now, that's what I believe, and I don't think he was buried. So, but nevertheless, we already talked about that. Oba Femi qualifies. Now let's talk about the women, because I'm pretty pissed off about this. And so they announced the King and Queen of the Ring brackets, right, on the Clash in Italy post show. Liv Morgan is in the tournament. She's the women's world champion. The winner of King and Queen of the Ring gets an opportunity at one of the world champions at SummerSlam, right? So why a world champion, Liv Morgan, women's world champion, why is she in the tournament? Because they have nothing to do with her. Guys, I lost it. I lost it. I wish I filmed it because I would have crashed it. It would have been hilarious. But no, it's stupid. They have nothing to do with it. Because remember, y'all remember, I did not want Liv to win the title at WrestleMania. I did not want them to take the belt off Stephanie. But what did they do? They took the belt off Stephanie. They gave it to Liv. Okay. Yeah, fine. She'll have a feud with Roxanne or Raquel, right? No. It's been over a month. Nothing. Liv hasn't defended her title. She's done nothing. And then she called out Liv Morgan because she was on the post show for Clash in Italy, reacting to her being in the tournament. And she's like, to all the haters out there who say I'm not defending my title, I'm not doing anything. Oh, well, guess what? Now I'm in the tournament. I don't want you in the tournament. I want you to defend your title. It's so stupid. I'm sorry, guys. In my opinion, that's the dumbest thing ever. They're completely lost with Liv Morgan. They have no idea what to do with her. So we're going to put her in the Queen of the Ring tournament, even though she's a world champion. I'm sorry. Stephanie should have never lost the belt at WrestleMania. Plain and simple, I do not think Stephanie should have lost at WrestleMania. She shouldn't have. But, and now she's injured. So hopefully, she says she might be back by SummerSlam, which hopefully, but it's just stupid. And yeah, they did kind of tease the Roxanne Perez because then, if we get back on track here, Io Sky won a Fatal 4-Way. The first Queen of the Ring Fatal 4-Way qualifier. Io Sky, Julia, Lash Legend, Roxanne Perez. Io Sky won. Then they showed a little backstage thing of Judgment Day, and Roxanne Perez was kind of all upset. And Liv was all excited because she was going to win and all that, even though Roxanne's like upset that she lost. And then she was trying to hype up Roxanne, but Roxanne was pissed off, right? So, yes, they're starting to build up that, oh, Roxanne might turn on Liv, but they should have been doing that a month ago. I'm sorry. They should have been doing that a month ago. Why are we just doing it now? I'm sorry. Guys, I do not think Liv should have won the belt. I just don't, but it's whatever. That's my rant. Let's get back on track. Io Sky qualifies for her match, right? And what I was going to say earlier is that, there's some different options here for both tournaments. Like, King of the Ring, I think, because you have Obafemi. Again, I don't think he's going to win because I think Brock will screw him over. But who knows? He's still a big name and still has a chance. Bron Breaker's in there, right? Ooh, now, because again, I'm thinking like Roman's world champion, right? What I think is going to happen is because Cody Rhodes and Roman are your world champions. King of the Ring, winner of King of the Ring will face either or, right? I'm thinking, all right, my opinion, the winner of King of the Ring won't face Cody. Because I think Cody's going to go to SummerSlam to face either Randy Orton, CM Punk, Gunther again, maybe, or so. So I don't think winner of King of the Ring will face Cody. I think winner of the King of the Ring will face Roman. Now, in there, you have Bron Breaker. Bron Breaker, Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Like, okay. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Obafemi, Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. LA Knight, we got to talk about LA Knight. Because LA Knight is not happy. So, LA Knight, Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, like there's some pretty good, there's some pretty different options in there. Right now, I don't really know who's going to win. I have who I think is going to win, but I can't really give a definitive answer. I think it could go a bunch of different ways, but either way, still, where was I? Yeah, there are a lot of different options, even for the women, because you have Charlotte, you have Alexa, you have Jade, you have, you have Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch, Raquel Rodriguez, right? There's a couple different ways they can go. So I'm looking forward to King and Queen of the Ring. I think it'll be good. But Io Sky qualifies, Obafemi qualifies. I'm sorry, advances. I'm saying the wrong word. Io advances and Oba advances. Now, let's talk about Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, defeated Ethan Page and Rusev in a tag match. That was great. Good win for them. And then Adam Pearce was saying how they're going to get Rey Mysterio and Penta for the IC title eventually. You know that match is going to absolutely slap. You know that match is going to kill it. So Ruka had a little promo where she's just celebrating her victory, and she says how she'll be a fighting champion and whatnot, and she's also in Queen of the Ring, so we'll see what happens there. Her and Lyra also had a little backstage thing, because Lyra, someone who's had history with Becky, was saying how she's so happy Becky's reign of terror is finally over. So that was just very cool to see. Now let's get into LA Knight, because LA Knight is like, I said, who do I think is going to King of the Ring, or at least who I think is most likely to win King of the Ring as of right now? I think LA Knight, because LA Knight is just tearing apart Roman Reigns in the blood. Like, LA Knight has been, for the past weeks, he's been getting on the Usos for being back with Roman, and I go, it's the bloodline all over again, and you're doing that. What are you doing? And then LA Knight confronted Adam Pearce and is like, what, like, are you, like, aligning with Roman? Because he's basically calling out Adam Pearce for being so, like, almost like, he's treating Roman Reigns special, which obviously because he's your world champion. But still, LA Knight's just being like, are you just like aligning with Roman? Are you one of Roman's guys now? You're talking this to Roman. You're very polite with Roman. You're treating Roman differently and all that. And Adam Pearce was like, well, because he's the world champion. But no, LA Knight though, he was calling him out though, and like LA Knight just does not like Roman. He doesn't like Roman. And then, what's funny, Adam Pearce was doing like this with his finger, and then LA Knight grabbed it and was like, wait. And then he pointed it up, like basically saying Adam Pearce was doing the "We the Ones" thing. I love LA Knight. But LA Knight, I think, might win King of the Ring, because if he does, that means he's going to face Roman. LA Knight, Roman at SummerSlam, that'd be cool. I mean, LA Knight, he's been talking a lot about Roman and the Bloodline, so it would honestly make sense. But we'll see what happens. Now let's talk about how Raw ended. And that was with Seth Rollins and Bron Breaker. Because, also, I need to mention this. Now, you guys know I don't like Logan Paul. You guys know I hate Logan Paul. But I am going to show sympathy, because I'm not about to sit here and celebrate this man's injury. Logan Paul was injured at Saturday night's main event, torn tricep. Him and Theory were tag champs. So Logan Paul had to vacate his part as tag champion. Bron Breaker is now tag champs with Austin Theory. So Austin Theory is still tag champions. Bron Breaker replaced Logan Paul. And I will say, speedy recovery for Logan Paul. I'm not about to sit here and say, oh, I'm happy the man's injured, because that's just not me. I may not like the guy, but I'm not going to celebrate his injury. I'm not about to go there. But, so, speedy recovery for Logan Paul. But Bron Breaker is now tag champs with Austin Theory, right? And, they're doing the whole thing with the Street Profits, the whole feud with the Street Profits and Seth Rollins. This finally, Seth Rollins, Bron Breaker, one-on-one to end the feud. Well, sort of end the feud, I guess. One-on-one, the main event of Raw. Great match. Bron Breaker went for the spear off one announce table through the other, but Seth caught him with a pedigree right through the announce table. It was a 6 spot. Paul Heyman getting involved. Montez Ford took out Austin Theory. Paul Heyman put Bron Breaker's foot on the rope, and Seth Rollins was trying to get to him. He was backing Paul Heyman up. Bron Breaker came running, was going to spear Seth Rollins through the barricade. Bron Breaker spears Paul Heyman. He speared Paul Heyman right through the barricade. Paul Heyman got speared through the barricade. What? Oh my God, that was crazy. Then Seth Rollins. Bron Breaker was going for a spear on Seth Rollins. The referee wasn't looking. Seth had the tag title. Bron Breaker speared Rollins, but his skull hit the tag title. And then Seth hit a curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins beats Bron Breaker. I assume that's the end of the feud, but again, who knows? And so, yeah. And that was it. So Monday Night Raw was pretty good. I'm excited for King and Queen of the Ring to see where it goes. What's going to happen with Jacob? He acknowledges Roman Reigns, but is he just going to be the enforcer again, or is Jacob planning something? I don't know. But that's it, guys. So thank you guys for watching my Raw reactions. I love all y'all, and yeah, it's so good to be back home, and I'll be uploading videos as often as I can. I'm sorry that I uploaded this video kind of late. It's been a weird day. I've been on and off, but thank you guys for watching. I love all you guys, and I'm going to be here as much as I can. So, I love y'all. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe for more, and Cmoney is out.